What if I told you that manifestation isn't magic, it's engineering? 6 months ago, I was heartbroken, about to lose my job, and diagnosed with depression. But here's what changed everything. I stopped treating manifestation like wishful thinking and started looking at it through the lens of a systems-based engineer. I started to view building my dream life like building a bridge. I designed blueprints, timelines, and systems to create my dream life. Last week, I moved into my dream apartment. I started a new job with a $20,000 raise, and I am officially off antidepressants. And what's the difference? I used my engineering background to create a blueprint to my dream life in 6 months that actually works. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact system I used, not just a theory. And this is a step-by-step framework that you can start today. Because your dream life is not 6 months away. It's one system away. You've probably consumed hours of content from people like Neville Goddard and Dispenza and learning things about the law of assumption. And I'm sure you, like me, left feeling a little disappointed. But here's the problem with most spiritual manifestation advice. It's missing an engineered approach that actually creates lasting change. If those crystals actually had special magical powers, you would not find them in the bargain bin for $1 at the junk store. And your visualizations feel like a fantasy because you're using an outdated system to manifest your dream life. Neville Goddard was brilliant, but he was teaching in the 1940s, and we need a more modern system. So what if we took traditional spiritual wisdom, combined it with modern psychology, and used engineering principles to create a framework to build our dream life? I'm going to show you how to bridge the gap between ancient wisdom and modern psychology. And what I discovered in my research will change how you think about manifestation forever. So here's the truth about spiritual gurus. They get a lot right. Neville Goddard's core principle is that imagination creates reality. I love Neville Goddard's work because he reminds us that our imagination is the key to creating our dream future. And I don't just want to read about magic, romance, and adventure in fantasy books. I want that to be my future reality. If you can't imagine something better, you will always stay stuck in the now. And you will feel like a victim of your circumstances unless you feel like you have the capacity to turn your dreams into reality. And Joe Dispenza teaches us that our internal state and managing our emotions is the key to manifesting things in our reality. You can't stay stuck in low-level emotional states and manifest your dream life. You have to move yourself up from emotions like grief, pain, and sadness into higher level emotions like joy, gratitude, and hope if you want to see all the possibilities that this world has for you. And it's not that something magical happens when you start feeling better about yourself and your life. When you're feeling up-leveled emotions, your perception opens to all the possibilities this universe has to offer you. If you're being a sad, sulky couch potato, and you think your manifestations are going to come to you by rotting on the couch, you are sorely mistaken. But when you are in a playful mood, you're emotionally open, present, happy, and grateful. Things manifest in your life and it feels like magic. But those things were probably already in your field as opportunities. You just couldn't see them while you were being a sad Sally. And when you're feeling happy, joyous, and like a generally fluffy woman, you're more likely to accept your dream life and say, yes, I want it, give it to me now. The other thing I love about these spiritual fluffy guru teachers is that they love to talk about the law of assumption, which for me is definitely the key to helping me stay optimistic on the course of my dream life. This is one of the most powerful principles that spiritual teachers preach. You should be living and walking through your life as if that future that is in your heart is already yours. And I believe in the core of my being that if God has placed a desire in my soul, it is mine to win. But the universe doesn't drop your dream life on your lap. And your vision board is not a wish list. It's a quest if you choose to answer the call to adventure. If you look at your vision board and you believe it's impossible for someone like you to live that life, that will be your reality. However, if you believe in the core of your being that that vision board can be your dream future, you will be able to create it. When you believe that dream future is possible and you act as such, then you become the hero of your story and you start to build your dream life. Now, here's what the spiritual gurus get wrong. There's no clear timeline for when your dream life would manifest. Your vision board could come true today, next week, or next month. You have no idea of knowing, and it's very hard to keep your optimism and hope for the future alive when you have no structured plan for creating it. In the spiritual teachings from people like Neville Goddard and Joe Dispenza, there's no project mile marker to see how you're doing on your goals and if you need to course correct on this process. And the implementation is so vague. Feel your future reality as if it's real. Like, what does that actually mean? And what am I supposed to do day by day to actively cultivate that future? Their spiritual teachings are missing the psychological science behind behavior change. There's a scientifically proven method for happiness and manifestation. Wellbeing Institute has created a systematic framework called SPIRE, and this is a tool for you to use to actively cultivate the core components of your dream life based on science. Neville Goddard talks all the time about how your feelings are the key to creating real change. And positive psychology gives you the tools to actually change your emotional state. And there are scientifically proven manifestation methods that will help you manifest faster, like visualization protocols, gratitude practices, and shifting your internal identity. The spiritual gurus have been telling us for years what we have to do, but positive psychology tells us how we actually do it. But what happens when your visualizations don't work? This is where we engineer and problem solve. And we design specific systems to help you manage resistance and setbacks. I took Neville Goddard's spiritual teachings and combined it with the science of positive psychology. Instead of just hoping that you can feel it like it's real, I'll give you the science-backed psychological tools to actually create those feelings. And this isn't just spiritual bypassing or toxic positivity. This is evidence-based emotional engineering. Here's the secret manifestation formula that combines ancient wisdom with psychological science and uses engineered systems to manifest effortlessly. In months 1 and 2 of my plan, you're in the foundation phase. And step 1 is to define your desire. Most people skip this, and it is a big mistake. You can't manifest what you can't see. So dream big and envision your wildest fantasies. But here's the key. Don't let them die in your mind. Pull those thoughts out of your head and put them down on paper. And then script out your dream woman. How does she walk? How does she talk? And how does she present herself to the world? And then create your vision board and make it a physical representation of who you want to be. And here's where my background in engineering changes everything. I have been trained for 10 years to solve extremely complex problems. It's my job to find the easiest, fastest, and cheapest route to success. But most people treat manifestation like wishful thinking. I treat it like building a bridge. You need blueprints and you need a roadmap to get to your dream life. Because when roadblocks hit, and they will, you'll have an engineered system to help you get through those hard times. Your dream life isn't an accident waiting to happen. It's a project waiting to be built. Once you get to months 3 and 4 in your manifestation journey, you have entered the implementation phase. And your daily routine needs 2 things: inner work and aligned action. So let's talk inner work first. Now, Joe Dispenza swears by meditation, sitting cross-legged, and doing all of your subliminals. But here's my honest take. It never worked for me. I sit there and I feel nothing. So I tried something radically different. Therapy! Working with a professional to unravel my personal psychological patterns has completely unlocked all my manifestations. But if you can't afford therapy, journaling works too. You just have to be able to observe, recognize your patterns, and consciously choose how to act in the future. And I'll link the Spire Psychology framework for you guys below. It's free. That will definitely help you if you need some guide journaling at home. Mindset without action is just wishful thinking. So then you need an ideal day framework to get it done. If you want a fit body, you have to block out time to meal prep and go to the gym. Actually schedule it in your calendar. If you want to find true love, start swiping, scheduling dates, and choose to show up. And if you want to get that designer bag, actually open a savings account and start putting money into it. Because here's the truth. Your brain believes what you do, not just what you think. If you want to feel like you're living your dream life, you have to act like you're building it in this very moment. And here's where the magic of manifestation really takes off. In months 5 and 6 of the manifestation framework, you will have entered the acceleration phase. That vision board is not just set in stone. As you evolve and grow, your dreams will evolve with you, and that is the whole point. And the closer you get to your dream reality, the faster everything around you accelerates. And the real secret, even if your 3D world has not caught up to you yet, you're still winning, because manifestation isn't about the destination. It's about who you become in the journey. And look, I don't know exactly what my future holds. My vision is my best guess based on my small human perception of what my future could be. But I have unshakable faith that the future living in my heart actually exists. And God's plan for my life is greater and more magical than anything I could have designed myself. So I keep walking forward, one step and then the next, trusting in the process and watching everything I've ever wanted materialize before my eyes. That's why they call them miracles. You can live in Delulu land, but last time I checked, your bills are due at the end of the month. And your boss does not care about Joe Dispenza. Do not fall into the spiritual bypassing trap. If your 3D reality does not look like your dream vision, there is a reason for it. Just visualize and let go sounds really nice. But I want to be the active creator of my life. I am responsible for the life I'm building. And if something isn't working, I am certainly going to change it, not just wait around for a magical genie to solve my problems. And here's what I keep see happening. People are constantly chasing the next manifestation method as if there's some kind of magic bullet that'll instantly make things feel easier. They're guru hopping, collecting new fun techniques. Meanwhile, they're giving away their real power. Free will. You have more control over your own life than any external circumstance. So here's your choice. You can spend the rest of your life waiting around and hoping, or you can answer the call. Choose to be brave and fight for the future you really want. You have the power to build a better world. With every step you take, you're designing, building, and manifesting your dream life. And your dream life isn't just possible. With this system, it's inevitable. If you enjoyed this, watch this video next.